sisters and brothers. Peace in the mind, peace in the heart. I just wanted to document an experience I had yesterday. It started out with a dream early in the morning and ended up with a situation later on in the day. And the reason I wanted to document it is because that I had the dream before the actual incident happened. And I kind of, I misinterpreted the dream. I think it still may be wrong, but I wanted to document it, and I wrote it down so I can get all the details, so I don't miss anything. And I'm calling this Headstrong. Fro power. Fro power. Okay, so on January 30th, which was yesterday, at about 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, because I was up all night pretty much, I had a dream. Now, I was transported to a magical place, and there I met a woman who looked like a friend of mine in New York, in reality, a real friend. And I didn't remember speaking, but, suddenly, we were hugging and kissed, and she kissed me, we were kissing. But the kiss it was on the lips, but it wasn't necessarily a sexual type of kiss, I remember thinking that in the dream. Then we hugged like really, really tight. Then we started to spin, and I felt my feet, come up off the air, like she was like kind of holding me up and spinning me around, and we were just spinning around, and I was in the air, my feet were off the ground. And, she held on to me, but when we stopped, pretty much her top was off, and then I noticed all these kind of mystical tattoos all over the place, which my friend doesn't have any tattoos. And the next thing I remember was a lot of brightly colored either crosses, I'm thinking they were crosses, or they could have been unks. But they were like yellow. I remember yellow and red in particular, and maybe like a light blue, and they were like of a glass type of material. So, they started to fly towards, magnetically, they all started, a bunch of them just started to fly across to her. And then even the furniture, the love, not the love seat, what you put your foot on, the ottoman, that started drawing to us and stuff like that. And at first she was kind of like, oh man, I'm kind of, like she's kind of afraid of it. And then, everything calmed down. But then I remember, the next thing I remember, I'm showing her my body. Now you can see I'm a pretty skinny guy. But in the dream, I'm like buff, I got a six-pack, not a six-pack, but a six-pack. And my muscles, were all like, really like chiseled, like literally chiseled, like stone type of chisel, and I'm very muscular. Then I feel magnetized. I remember holding my hands out like so, and like I'm shouting, I feel it, I'm feeling this, and I'm kept shouting now, I feel it. Now the next thing I remember, all of a sudden, I was on the ground in another room, and I was jumped on by 3 cats or kittens. I remember them being kind of small, and I'm trying to get these damn kittens off, these cats off of me, and they, I remember them really scratching me. They were just like on me. I'm not an animal person. So they were like on me and they wouldn't get off, And I could hear, I could hear her in the next room. They were up on my upper body and my face. I could hear the woman in the next room like, get the cats off of him, like she's speaking to somebody else, I think I remember maybe a young girl or two also in the room. I'm in a separate room now. And and I hear saying, trying to get the cat, get the cats off him, and I'm like, thinking to myself in the dream, you know, can't you say it a little more aggressively, like, get these cats off of me, you know? So, you know, she was saying it so calm. So I think that was kind of the end of the dream. I don't really remember anything else. That was the details of it. But, you know, the cat part was the part that was strange, because the rest of the dream was really cool. The kissing and the hugging and the spinning and the magneto stuff and all that stuff was pretty cool. So, you know, I usually don't remember dreams in that much detail. You know, I have good, all my life I've had good dreams. They're more like movies, you know. And I wake up, wow, that was a cool, you know, kind of dream. That was a cool movie. I never had, I think only once I had like a nightmare is when I was like detoxing from, you know, I moved down south and I just started drinking water and all this stuff started coming out my body. And one night I had like this really crazy dream that was really scary, you know. But that was like the only time in my life that I remember, except when I was a child, you know. So that was first, you know. I don't usually remember the details of my dreams like that. Second, you know, it was the second one I had, the only other one, I had 3 dreams that I remember in detail like that, and they're all kind of mystical. And there's only 2, and 2 of them were here since I started, you know, since I've opened up since I opened up the temple. You know, and then, you know, I was never able to really decipher dreams like that. I'm magi, but I am not a dream interpreter, you know. It's like, you know, okay, what the hell was that about? You know, that was kind of strange type of thing. That's how I, you know, usually see my dreams. So, you know, I usually can't connect them to a real life experience. If something happened to me that I dreamt about once before, I've never, that I know of, connected, oh wow, that was a dream. This is like the first time this weekend. So after the dream, you know, later that day, like I usually do, I go to my office, the library, you know, because the internet, I don't have internet there, it's too damn expensive. And, you know, I do my work from the library, you know. I go back and forth, I multitask, go to the internet, you know, get on, do my Facebook thing, download a video on the YouTube, whatever, you know, work on, you know, building the temple, whatever. You know, so I ride my bike every day that I go to the library and I lock it up right outside the library, and I go in the back, you know, around the corner light where I can't really see the bike, and I get on the computer, get on my laptop. So the librarian comes in and she's like, does anybody here own a white bike? I'm like, yeah, me. Oh well, somebody's out there taking it apart. Okay, so I'll get up and I'll go to the foyer. Like I'm still inside, and you can, in the window, you know, through the window, I can see the bike, or the frame of the bike is still locked up on the pole, but the tires are going, the wheels are going, the whole wheel, not just the tires are going. I had a basket on there, that's gone. The bike is stripped, right? So I'm like, oh man, come on, this is my, you know, my bike. Somebody gave it to me, and so, you know, it really means something to me. So, you know, I went back and talked with the librarian, and she got on the phone, called the police, and I'm standing there, you know, waiting for her if she needed me to talk to the police or whatever. And then, you know, about 15 minutes passed by. So, something tells me, you know, go outside this time. I went out the door this time and looked at the bike, and I look up, you know, and the dude is standing like, you know, right in the park, by the parking lot, the library parking lot. You know, he has this cart from the laundromat cart, the type you pull in the laundromat, and there's my tires and stuff in the cart. And he's standing there on the phone like, well, fuck it, whoever comes. You know, like, you know. Alright, so I go up to him, I'm like, yo, give me my stuff. You know, well, first I think I walked behind him and took his, like a tool bag. I snatched that out of the car. I'm like, yo, give me my stuff, you know? And, so, you know, when I came up to him, like I said, I walked around his back. He was bent over on the phone, and he looked like a bum. You know, he had this big old coat on and stuff. So I come around, and I'm like, getting my stuff. So when he looked up, I noticed that he's like kind of a big dude, and you know, he's like, I'm 5'9", he's like 5'11", and half my age. You know, he's younger than me, and he's, like I said, he's kind of buff. You know, you can tell under the coat. You know, so you know why I call it headstrong, because I'm not even thinking. I'm just getting my stuff. You know. Oh man, so the other thing I noticed, you know, like I said, well, he's half my age. I'm 59. I'm almost 60 years old. And the next thing I noticed, he got a damn monkey wrench in his hand. I mean, you know, it's about like that, iron or whatever they made out of a monkey wrench, right? And again, I'm like headstrong. It didn't really faze me. It didn't like, okay, how to cool. Go back to the library, you know. So, you know, he started coming at me. So I go, you know, I hit him with my right, you know, and before I could come with the left, bam, he was on top of me. You know, like I'm talking like MMA shit, you know, for real, quick, bam. And next thing I know, bam, I'm on the ground, he on top of me. If you can see the bruise on my leg, he didn't hit me in my leg, but I got a bruise. So that's how hard he was clenching me with his legs, I guess. Because he didn't kick me or anything, and I'm saying I got a bruise on my leg. I can't show it. So I'm like, you know, like I said, it was like an MMA type thing, the way he rushed me fast. My reflexes, I'm not a fighter. I practice my little thing, but I'm not a fighter. I'm not a street fighter like that, you know. So my reflex is not like no more. You understand? So you know, he has my legs all tied up, and then he takes this monkey wrench, and I mean, he reaches up like this, and bam, 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 at least 3 times. I think I remember 3 times he's hit me on the side of my head. You know, I'm trying to fight back as much as I can. I think I got 3 hits in, right? You know, so he hits me, and then suddenly, like, gets this, like, surprised look, like, I'm thinking later maybe he's, like, was surprised because maybe he's used to knocking niggas out, and I didn't go out, you understand? And I'm still, like, I'm not screaming or nothing. I'm, like, you know, trying to do my best to fight back. You know, so, you know, like I said, he gets this surprised look on his face, and then he just turns and walks away. He don't say nothing else, because while he was beating me, he said, "You crazy nigga?" He wasn't saying, you crazy nigga. Am I crazy? You stealing my bike, nigga. Anyway, he stops, and he looks at me for a second. He turns around, and he had a bike. He was on a bike, and I guess he was going to pull the cart with, you know, while he riding his bike. So he gets on his bike, he goes in the street, and he stops for a while, and he looks back. By this time, I'm walking down the block to see if the police coming. And I'm looking at him, so he don't come up behind me. I at least have that much state of mind. And he's just sitting there looking at the cart and the stuff on the ground, you know, for like a minute or two. Because I'm like, I'm not going back over there. So, you know, he just rides off into the sunset, you know, down my way where I gotta go. You know, so you know, I think I go into the library first, and you know, cause you know, 3 people came up. Oh yeah, well we seen him, the librarian and 2 other people. Yeah, we seen him, but he's like, this is my bike, whatever, right? So, you know, I go in the library and you know, get my stuff together. I come back out and get my stuff that was lying on the ground, right? So my interpretation of this dream, like I said, I'm not a dream interpreter type guy. All magi are not astrologers. All magi are not dream interpreters. Each magi, just like regular people, have different skills. I have a different skill other than that. So my interpretation of the dream is, and the attack, is the woman in the dream who looked like a friend of mine, and I relate her, I think I relate her, or she came to me looking like her, because I relate her to security. The woman that I know in New York is, you know, sort of financially secure. And I relate that because the night before I went to sleep, I'm thinking wealth. You know, I want to get my teeth together. I want to build some real wealth. So I'm thinking the dream kind of was like, yeah, you're gonna get it, you know, because it was her, you know. You know, so basically now I believe that by the hugging and kissing, she's basically telling me, well, you're gonna be protected. And the things being magnetized to her, you know, was like one, the crosses. Now I don't deal with crosses, I deal with unks. I'm not Christian. I deal with unks. We deal in my in Persian Kemet, we deal with ancient Egyptian spirituality. But I do wear a ring that I got from my brother. I call the ring of Brotherhood. I do like my little thing in the morning after I get washed up. I put on my ring, I put on my bracelet, and I go to the, you know, kind of jokingly, the ring of Brotherhood. You understand? So now I'm thinking that the magnetizing of these crosses coming to her was saying to me now that I'm going to lose this ring. I didn't actually lose the ring, but this is what it looks like now. I didn't go back out and pick it up later, and I opened it up as much as I could already. I didn't go back out and pick it up. Is it upside down now? Till after I went back into the library. By then a car had ran over it, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to fit it. So in that sense, I did lose it. It's the only thing I have with a cross on it, you understand? You know, it was crushed by the car, and was that payment to the spirits for helping me? I'm not into all that. I don't know. Two, she was fearful at first, and then, like I said, later on, right, she was like, oh no, these things are coming to her, and then later on, you know, right after that, I'm like kind of acting like I'm pushing the things magnetically, but they're all being drawn towards her. I'm thinking the fearfulness that she showed was showing me that I'm not going to be fearful in the situation that's going to happen to me today. You understand? You know, because I do these, what we call chi exercises, qigong, and standing exercises, neigong, like you see me standing in the picture on my profile in the Facebook. It's called neigong, you know, just static standing postures. And I've been doing them pretty regularly, and that puts like a shield on your body. You see these kung fu guys, they taking bricks and stuff and banging their heads with it and stuff. Duh, I do that stuff. I may not be good with the fighting stuff, you know, may not be perfect, and nobody can beat everybody. But my chi is good. I got beat in the head with a damn iron monkey wrench, and I'm talking to you right now. So you know, I do my chi exercises, and that help protect my body. And then the other part is I'm showing her my muscles, which I think again is kind of an affirmation saying, yeah, I'm going to be protected in this situation. Again, I'm interpreting it now. I didn't think this at the time. I didn't know I was going to get beat down. You understand? So I'm thinking that my muscles look chiseled, not like regular muscles. They look like chiseled from stone or even crystal, really. It's really strange. Now the three cats, that was the deepest part because it was the strangest part of the whole dream. You know, other than that, the dream was like cool. I mean, you know, besides that little part of her being afraid, everything else was like cool. I mean, you know, I'm feeling it. You know, the hug, I'm feeling it like it's happening in reality. And the kiss, you know, it was like I said, I'm thinking this is not really sexual, but wow, it's cool. I'm being kissed in the dream. You know, I hardly have any sex.